Hello, Super Scholars. Today is Monday, September 21st. I hope everyone had a great weekend and you are ready to get back to work and have a wonderful week. Before we get started on our lesson, let's look at our weekly vocabulary. These are the words that we're going to be looking at this week. Our first word is nonfiction. What does nonfiction mean? Awesome. Nonfiction is books that are real, that inform, teach, or explain things. We're going to be reading a lot of nonfiction books. Our next word is diagram. A diagram is a picture or drawing with labeled parts. Look at this diagram. Do you see the lines that are pointing to a picture and a word? Those are the labeled parts. Next, we have photograph. Do you know what a photograph is? A photograph is a picture taken with a camera to show objects as they look in real life. And last, we have text features. Text features are used to help the reader understand a nonfiction text. So they make the text interesting to read and they help the reader. Remember, before we start any lesson, we always have to do our learning intention and success criteria. Your learning intention tells you what you're going to be learning that day. It's kind of like our goal or our destination. So today, I am learning how using visuals and details in a text can help me make an inference. The visuals are like the photographs or diagrams, and details are the words, and we're going to be using those to help us make an inference. Next is our success criteria. The success criteria tells you what you need to be able to do to reach your learning target or how we're going to get to our learning target. So, our success criteria for today, I know I've got it when I can ask and answer questions about a text. So you need to be able to ask and answer questions about a text. Before you move on, make sure you click this little YouTube video right down here, fiction versus nonfiction. Don't move on until you watch that video. You can pause to watch it now, or just wait until you're going through the slides. After you watch the video, think about the differences you see between all of these pictures and illustrations. Let's look at this first column. Look at this photograph or this picture. Now, look at this illustration. What do you notice? What about the second column? What's different about the top from the bottom? And the last column. What do you notice? Do you typically see pictures like this top one here in nonfiction or fiction text? Right, you normally see these types of pictures in nonfiction text because these are photographs. Remember, photographs are pictures taken of objects that show what they're like in real life. These are illustrations. So they're just drawings of real things, and they're used mostly in fictional text. Now we're going to be asking and answering questions, so make sure you watch this video that talks about the 5 W's. What are the 5 W questions? Who, what, when, where, and why. Don't forget to watch this video to review. So, since our success criteria is I know I've got it when I can ask and answer questions, let's make sure we practice asking questions. So, here are some photographs of things, and your job is to practice asking questions. What do you see in these visuals down here that you're wondering about? Maybe are you able to make an inference by looking at these? I bet you have some wonderful questions over there. All right, so we're going to read the best spot today. Look at this picture. This is a picture of the cover. How can we tell that this text is nonfiction? Look at the photographs. Remember, we said that photographs are typically used in nonfiction. As we read, we're going to be practicing asking questions. Remember, asking questions can help us make inferences. So, as we're reading, make sure you are listening with your detective ears so you can hear details and looking with your detective goggles at the visuals so they can help you ask and answer questions to make an inference. As you are listening, you should be writing your questions for who, what, when, where, and why on a piece of paper. Make sure to share your questions with a parent at home, or just make sure to write them on a piece of paper so that the teacher can see them when you submit them on Google Classroom. So, for your independent work, you are going to be listening to the best spot. Make sure to pay close attention to pages 56, 58, and 60. Do you have any questions about those pages? Try to write the answer to the questions that you have. Remember, that's part of our success criteria. Not only can we answer, or I'm sorry, not only can we ask, but we can also answer. As a reminder, here are the 5W questions. And don't forget, all sentences start with a capital letter and end with punctuation. All sentences should be a complete thought, so don't stop in the middle, and your words should be finger spaces apart. All right, super scholars, have a wonderful day.